Welcome back at 6:20. This morning, we're focusing on a new trend in real estate here in the DMV. They're called iBuyers.
Basically, real estate companies with Wall Street money behind them are buying up homes across the country. And some say this could make real estate transactions faster and more convenient. But critics worry it could actually increase the cost of homes.
Matt Gregory dug into the world of iBuyers. Hey, Matt, tell us what this is all about.
Yeah, well, guys, for almost a decade now, iBuyers or instant buyers have been part of the real estate landscape. These companies make cash offers, they flip the homes and then rent or sell them, but on a huge scale. So we looked into how they're changing the DC metro real estate market. If home is where your heart is,
Always wanted to live on the water.
Tracy Wilson's heart moved the minute she set eyes on this Maryland house.
These guys did a really nice job with the front, but this is gorgeous.
But before she could buy it, like most people, she and her husband had to sell their old place.
The initial plan was we were going to list our house.
That's how it's always been done. And it can be a pain, finding a real estate agent, staging the place, keeping it clean, never mind the showings and the back and forth negotiations.
We just really didn't have time to worry about that stuff.
Then Tracy and her family got several emails from Redfin about selling directly to their iBuyer, Redfin Now.
And I said, look, why don't we call them and just kind of see?
If this is the first time you've heard the term iBuyer, you're not alone. It stands for instant buyer. iBuyers are real estate companies that buy houses directly from consumers, usually with Wall Street money. They quickly fix them up, then sell or rent them.
I've been following iBuyers since 2014.
To explain iBuyers, I video called the leading expert, Mike Del Prete. According to his research, the top 3 iBuyers are Open Door, OfferPad, and Redfin Now.
You're thinking about selling and you value that certainty and the simplicity of an instant offer, an instant transaction, go for it. Get an offer.
That's why Tracy and her family chose to sell to Redfin Now.
It was so convenient. They set absolutely everything up. We didn't have to do anything except show up.
What we found was that people really needed this service locally.
Rob Whitman represents Redfin Now.
Updated the wiring, took out the old cabinetry.
We met him at a staged home in Rockville, Maryland. It's a house the company recently bought, fixed up, and is now put back out on the market in less than a month.
It actually provides like this vast service for people who don't have anything against real estate, don't have anything against putting their house on the market, but maybe don't have the time, energy, or the capital to do it.
But there is a flip side.
If you're trying to buy a home and you're competing against billions of dollars of Wall Street capital, making really good all cash offers, that's going to be tough.
In the DC area, Del Prete estimates iBuyers only account for about 1 to 2% of the market. So the effect hasn't been great. But Del Prete says that'll change.
In Phoenix, there's so much institutional money buying up homes and trying to turn them into rentals.
Big investment buyers are moving in.
Our sister station in Phoenix, Arizona found one iBuyer, Progress Residential, bought over 800 houses in a single county within a year. Those purchases made the company the largest home buyer in that county. But instead of reselling the properties, Progress Residential turned them all into rentals, which Del Prete says drives up the cost of housing and can change communities.
Local communities need to ask themselves, is this what we want in our community? Do we want houses being turned into rentals?
When I brought these questions to Rob Whitman, he says he can't speak for the other iBuyers, but that's not Redfin Now's business model.
We're really proud that we're putting these houses back into consumer hands. It's not to say that an investor couldn't buy them, but we don't sell them in large blocks to anyone.
And speaking of homes back into the market,
It was sold within 2 weeks. Yeah. Actually, people already moved in. Yeah.
now after updating and renovating the Wilsons' house, Redfin Now sold that home for around $50,000 more than it paid for the home. But, as the Wilsons pointed out, you don't sell to an iBuyer to maximize profit. You sell it to them because it saves time. Guys?
It's convenience.
It's the convenience is what you're looking for. And Redfin and all the iBuyers will admit that. They'll say, we're going to give you a cash offer at market value, but you could make more. In fact, the Wilsons were told they could have made more if they sold it themselves. That's what Redfin Now told them. They still sold it anyway to them.
Okay.
I get it, though.
Fascinating.
Having an older house, I get it.
Yeah.
All right, Matt, thank you so much.